Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4 with me, Pipu Choo Choo. So in the last episode we took a look at the coast of South America and as well as conquered a little bit of the coast of North Africa. So, continuing off where we left off, some of you guys may remember we still have that Reconquista mission to do, so we will be finishing that off. I will be getting our troops over here, and we will be invading Algiers over here to take the final province that we need. So let's come over here and let's declare war with them. But actually first, I believe we do, our army maintenance is low, so we'll boost that up. And we will get another advisor over here. We do need another advisor, and I'll get this guy right here who actually decreases the national revolt risk chance, making it far easier to control these provinces on the African coast. And with that said, let's push forward. Let's take Oran from these guys. So what I'll do is I think I will... merchants harassed, and it looks like we can get a diplomatic insult casus belli on these guys. Let's get our troopers moving. Let's get them moving towards over here. So we're just going to essentially do a siege war over here and press onto them like that. In the meantime, it looks like we can pass a few actions now. We can pass the advancements of the Religion Act, and this is essentially going to give us 1 mercenary strength, so it'll make converting people to our religion faster, and it'll lower or rather increase the national revolt risk, but I'm fine with that, and this actually lasts until the end of the game, so let's do that. More people flee to the colonies, well that's always a good thing. Ooh, this is actually a perfect event. This will actually finish up our colony over here, so let's do that. So now that will happen, and this province will no longer be a colony, it will be a fully fledged place, and it'll actually be one of our cores. Now I don't believe provinces actually, I don't believe when colonies actually become provinces, they have core status automatically, but we do here. So that is, that is fairly good, right? What I think we'll do is that we'll send a mercenary or missionary to convert the religion here, and then later on we will expand down the African coast actually. But for now, we do want to solve this problem here, where we do want to grab these tiles. In the meantime, what we can take a look at is, we have another one of these national decisions. Well, we can formalize the Scales, Weights and Measures Act, which is essentially going to cost us a little bit of administrative power, but it's going to allow us to be able to earn 5% more tax, which is usually good. But the reason that we're not going to press that one for now is simply because administrative power is going to be a very scarce resource for us, simply because our kings don't seem to be very good administrators. Later on, it should be fine, but right now, since we do need to make one of these provinces, Oran or Manila over here, a core, we will have to accumulate quite a lot of administrative power, and with that being said, that is probably going to take quite a lot of time to do so. So I'm going to try to save as much as possible in terms of administrative power. Another thing that I would have taken a notice into is actually building provincial improvements, and it looks like we got a little alliance from Portugal, so we're going to accept that. But another thing what we're going to do is that we're actually going to get the Conquistador with his force over here to actually go and essentially neutralize the natives inside this tile. And what I mean by that is currently right now, what I kind of want to do is that because we want to keep a lot of our administrative power, we will just kind of save that up. I'm going to be doing a little bit of building provincial improvements inside this episode. We're going to see a little bit of colonialism, and then hopefully we'll be able to actually move into South America this episode too. So, actually, I forgot to talk about this thing. We could, in theory, try to form a Spanish nation right now, and how we would do that is essentially we can do that militarily or diplomatically, and both of these essentially composed of getting rid of Aragon right now. But the only problem with that is that Aragon is actually pretty strong right now. They have alliances with Portugal and Savoy, so they do have a lot of alliances there. But I do believe there is a random event, or rather a scripted event inside the game that will convert them. That will essentially pop up somewhere near the 1500s, and it will allow us to take control of their nation through the use of a personal union, which is essentially one king leading two different countries, making us be able to take over them diplomatically. And in the event that does not happen, I would presume that having all of our colonies here and there will give us enough power to essentially dominate them with mercenaries and stuff like that. So what we're going to do with the colonial system here is that I'm going to send some settlers into Tarzia over here, and I'm going to get our army to pacify the local native population. So if you might have noticed that the bottom section here has the natives indicated, and here in this portion of Africa, the natives are actually very, very aggressive, and there's 500 of them, or sorry, 5,000 of them. And with that said, I mean, that is a problem. Now, if you incorporate natives into your province, you do gain some benefits for doing that, for keeping them around. But because they're too ferocious for us, what we're going to do is that we're going to grab our stack of conquistadors and people like that, and we're effectively just going to fight them into in a battle, and then just kind of eliminate them like that. And with that said and done, we are essentially going to be building up that colony now. I'm going to just slightly move our armies over here. And after that, I'm going to put our ship into port. And, well, as the settlers arrive here, they will start up the colonization process, which is essentially every single year you gain some colonists. The bourgeoisie want more powers, and we can either grant them those powers or deny them. Either way, we lose one sort of power, and because we want to keep those administrative power points, we will go with the diplomatic ones, I suppose. But right here, what we want to do is that we want to build a colony for the purposes of reaching North Africa, or South Africa, or South America. There we go. So how this essentially works is that the reason that we can't colonize here is that because we need to have a core with a port at least 240 units within these little radius to kind of get here. So what I plan on doing is that I plan on making Tarzia a core, and then I plan on essentially using it as a relay to go into North America or South America, and then really just go from there. And that should allow us to really be able to move our economy forward. And here what I'm going to do is that I'm going to drop a large number of troops inside Casablanca, assign them a leader, and then just kill off this rebel group. There we go. And the reason I'm keeping my troops on these two tiles is that if you fight an enemy immediately after disembarking your troops, you do suffer a penalty inside combat. And because we don't want to suffer that penalty, I'm just going to keep our troops here and here. So in the event that a rebellion does break out, we will be able to immediately suppress it. So that should be going all well and good. Portugal here has actually established a colony of their own, but the problem with doing this without having a security force is that you do run the risk of having your people butchered down, and they may lose that colony due to the natives. And with our explorer here, I guess we'll take a look at North Africa. So let's take a look at what is here. And yes, you'll always fight one battle simply because that's how things go. And I guess we'll take a look at the at Mali over here. Yeah, so they have a little bit of stuff there. National institutions, random event here. So, oh great, and it looks like our explorer is dead. As of late, more and more people are representing a representative or are requesting representative national institutions. We either we either lose one stability or we lose power in all three categories. Well, losing power in all three categories is a little bit better, so we'll go with that. We are going to get a new advisor, seeing as how our old one died, and we are going to get our army here. They are no longer needed, so we are going to put them back onto the boats, and we're going to bring them back to our shores. Seeing as how we've neutralized all of the natives inside that province, everything is fine now there. And there we go. So for the next little bit, I mean, it'll mostly be just simply colonizing this this area and essentially doing stuff like that. So with that said, we will be, well, I will be essentially skipping forward because right now we are essentially just going to be accumulating a large amount of points to spend on the various different actions that we need to accomplish right now. So I'll be back later on. Currently it is May 2nd, 1479. I'll see you guys later on.